Hello. If you're watching this, it is because my boat has sold. It went on the market today. The broker is confident that I'm going to get back what I paid for it, which I was quite surprised by. I had a figure in mind that was a bit lower, quite a bit lower. But yeah, he seems confident with the market as it is that I should get my money back. And he thinks the best course of action is to market it quite a bit higher than what we want to achieve, and then if we don't get that much interest in a couple of months, we can lower the price down to something a bit more realistic. That sounds good to me. It's been about a week now, still no interest, but it's early days, so trying not to worry about it. Still not really any interest, so the broker thinks that we should drop the price down to sort of mid-80s, which is, you know, what we discussed, and it makes sense. Hopefully generate some more interest. Still no serious interest in the boat. I've got a friend moving on, so he's going to keep an eye on things, which at least it's a bit of a weight off my mind, one less thing to worry about. Yeah, that's it really. A bit of an odd one. The agent has called and said that someone wants to make an offer on the boat of £70,000, but they want to know would I accept that offer before they come and see the boat. So I've said yes, that I would accept that. If they haven't actually come and seen the boat, like, is it an offer? It's not an offer, is it? They just want to know would I be willing to accept that price. Yeah, so I don't know why he's called it an offer, but anyway, the person's gonna come and see the boat, and hopefully they'll like what they see and they will actually make a genuine offer. I've heard nothing back about this blind offer, so I'm assuming that they weren't actually interested. I'm getting really hacked off with the broker. He's not telling me when people are coming, and I've asked him to give me notice and they're just turning up, and then I'm not getting any feedback after people have been. I'm just getting fed up with the whole thing. Just spoken to the agent and he says that we should lower the price because it's still too high, despite the fact that he was the one that told me to price it at that level. He gave me a figure that he wants to lower it to, but I want him to go a little bit lower because at this point I'm just really desperate to get the boat sold. So I think we should be pricing it a bit more realistically. I've got some concerns. Concerned that there haven't been many viewings. Everyone else seems to still be saying that the market is really good and boats are selling quickly, and it's frustrating that that's not happening. I don't know whether to make it public on my YouTube channel that I'm trying to sell the boat, but there's a few reasons I don't want to do that. I kind of want to have a big reveal once it's all done, and also I'm concerned that I'll get criticism from people about why I'm selling, or the condition of the boat, or the price, and I just can't be bothered with that. And I think once it's sold, then it's done. People will be less likely to criticise, and I'm starting to get worried now that the new boat is going to be ready to start the build and I won't have sold this one, and it's going to cause me lots of problems, and I'm questioning whether or not I even want to go ahead and get the new boat or not. I've had nothing but trouble with this one, so what if it ends up being the same with the new one? What if I'm just cursed? I have just had a very interesting phone call with Aintree. They're building a 25-foot Beetle at the moment, but there's an issue with the person who's buying it, and they have offered the boat to me, and if I say yes, it's going to be ready in the next month, and I don't know what to do. I'm so tempted, but oh, I don't know. What should I do? I haven't sold my boat yet. Just looking now at the figures and whether I can make it work, and whether I could scrape together enough money to actually do this. Oh, I don't know. I had everything planned in my mind, and I've got like the next year all set out, like picking the boat up and cruising it back, and now this is really throwing a spanner into the works. I don't know what to do. Ultimately, I decided to be completely out of character and follow my head rather than my heart, which I believe was the right decision. And after visiting the Crick Boat Show and seeing their Aintree Beetle, it put to bed any lingering doubts that I had about the new boat. I've just had a call from the agent. I've had an offer on the boat, which I've told him to accept. 70,000, which is obviously less than I wanted originally, but I'm very happy with that. Fingers crossed. I'm having a bit of an email exchange with the broker about the survey. The guy that's buying the boat wants to take it for a survey right all the way across London because the broker has recommended a surveyor to them that they kind of partner with. And to me, this sounds really dodge. And when I bought my boat from the same brokers, they said that they wouldn't recommend a surveyor because it wasn't ethical and independent. And see, I'm inclined to share that view, but they partner with some surveyor that works in a particular boatyard over in West London. So he wants to take it there. He wants to pay for a boat mover to take it there. And I'm not so keen on them taking the boat all that way when there's a marina that they could take it to survey like less than an hour away from the moorings. So I don't know why they don't just do that, and then I would run the boat for him and back and we could be done in a day. And I'm kind of worried as well because the last time I took the boat out I had problems with the engine as well. So the boat's on its way in for the survey. Fingers crossed they get there with no problems. It's a 2-day journey, so I haven't heard anything, so I'm hoping that no news is good news and that they've got there all right. I'm not worried about the survey at all because everything looked good when I had the boat out for blacking. I don't think that there'll be any big surprises. It's broken down on the way back. The boat movers had left the boat on the canal, so one of my neighbours kindly towed me back to the moorings. And then I waited to hear from the buyer. I just got an email from the broker about the survey. Hi Lana, hope you're well. The survey report for Snapdragon is attached for you. Unfortunately, it doesn't paint her in a very good light, and she does require some serious remedial work to get her back to her best. The buyer has been off gathering quotes for the overplating, rewiring, and potentially to drop a new engine. Obviously there are some issues with it, as it didn't make it back in one go that of course you're aware of. He's been quoted £10,000 for the overplating, and that's not including work to the electrics and the engine. He's come back with a revised offer of £56,000, which is a reduction of £14,000 and probably not something you want to read. I feel better now. I don't want to fork out 10 grand of my own money to get overplating done, because then he still could back out. I think we have to take it as a positive that he hasn't just withdrawn the offer. I think he's fucking stupid, because I would have withdrawn the offer straight away. It's Monday. My new owner of the boat moved in yesterday, but I'm still waiting for the money to come into my account. I've texted the broker, so fingers crossed he comes back to me soon. Okay, he says it will be some point today, so I guess just keep checking my account. It's in.
Thanks for watching. If you do have any questions, leave them in the comments below, and I'll see you all again very soon.